Hello children. In Geography class 9, lesson 2, Physical Features of India, I am going to start Peninsular Plateau, part 2. You see the map of India here. Here, Western Ghat and Eastern Ghat in the Plateau region you see, both the western side and eastern side. Now see the western and the eastern Ghats mark the western and the eastern edges of the Deccan Plateau. It is a border area in between the plateau and the coastal area. You see both the sides. Western Ghats, clearly marked with the red color part. You see, this is the Western Ghat. Western Ghats lie parallel to the western coast. So, western coastal area, you see here, I'm showing with the cursor, which is parallelly lies. That means Western Ghat lies parallel to this western coastal area. Western Ghats are continuous and can be crossed through passes only. So here, this Western Ghats, it is regular, you can say continuous mountain range, and only some passes are there through which we can cross it. Passes means in between two mountain range, narrow corridor through which the people can move. Three passes I am showing which lies over Western Ghats: Thal, Bhor, Palghat. Western Ghats are higher than the Eastern Ghats. If we compare the height, Western Ghats are higher. Their average elevation is 900 to 1600 meters as against of the Eastern Ghats. So average elevation or the height is from 900 to 1600. That means it varies from place to place. Eastern Ghats stretch from the Mahanadi Valley to the Nilgiris in the south. So in the eastern side here, this part I'm showing with the cursor where Nagpur Plateau it is there, and Mahanadi River is located here, and Nilgiris, this already it is marked here, Nilgiri. So Eastern Ghats, it lies um, from the Mahanadi, this valley area towards south, that is Nilgiri. The Eastern Ghats are discontinuous and irregular and dissected by rivers draining into the Bay of Bengal. Now you see the map again. Here in between these mountain ranges, so many places you see it is broken. That means disappear in this area. Why disappear? Because here some rivers are flowing from the west to eastern side, and that is why there are this mountain is Eastern Ghat. It is not, we cannot see here, and that is a term discontinuous or irregular term we can use, and dissected by the rivers draining into the Bay of Bengal. 1 2 3 4 4 main dissected part you have seen here. The Western Ghats cause orographic rain by facing the rain-bearing moist winds to rise along the western slopes of the Ghats. So what is orographic rain? What is orographic rainfall? I'm showing one picture here. Usually from the sea or the ocean, whenever the moist air it blows and towards the land, and if it gets any highland area, it may be mountain range or the hills, it started rising along the slope of the mountain, and over the sky it start condensation, you can say, that is after that the cloud forms and rainfall occurs. This is only orographic rainfall, or you can say the relief rainfall. And Western Ghats lie along the coastal area. Already I have shown in the map. And that is why from the western side, that means from the Arabian Sea, the moist air it blows and it started rising and orographic rainfall occurs. The Western Ghats are known by different local names. What are those? Sahyadri in northern Maharashtra, Sahya Parvatam in Kerala, Nilagiri Malai in Tamil Nadu. These are the local name of Western Ghats. And so many hill stations are there. Ramathan, Lonavala, Khandala, Mahabaleshwar, Panchgani, Amboli Ghat, Kudremukh and Kodagu. The height of the Western Ghats progressively increases from north to south. That means the height of Western Ghats, which increases from north to south. You see one picture I am showing of Western Ghats. Highest peak includes the Anaimudi 2695 meters, Doda Beta 2695 meters. So Anaimudi one picture I am showing here and Doda Beta. Mahendragiri is the highest peak in the Eastern Ghats. So Mahendragiri 1501 meters is the highest peak which is located in the Eastern Ghats. Anaimudi, Doda Beta and Mahendragiri in the map I'm showing here. This first one you see this picture, that is one circle I'm showing here, Mahendragiri, this Mahendragiri that is. And here in the south, have you seen here Anaimudi? And Doda Beta, it lies near this Anaimudi. Here in this position, I didn't mark here, but it is near Anaimudi. So Anaimudi, Doda Beta and Mahendragiri in the map. Savroy Hills and Javadi Hills, which are located to the southeast of the Eastern Ghats. So one picture of Savroy Hills and Javadi Hills. Savroy and Javadi Hills in the map I'm showing here. This is in the box. Javadi Hills and Savroy Hills are located here in this position. Hill stations of Udagamandalam, which we know as Ooty and Kodaikanal. Now see Ooty here, this area, and Kodaikanal here. Ooty on one picture and Kodaikanal one picture also I'm showing here. Now Deccan Trap. One of the distinct features of the peninsular plateau is the black soil area known as Deccan Trap. This is of volcanic origin, hence the rocks are igneous, and actually these rocks have denuded over time and are responsible for the formation of black soil. So this Deccan Trap in the southern part, which is actually consists of black soil. Now how come this black soil occur? See, due to the volcanic origin, what happened? Rocks are definitely igneous rock, all volcanic rocks, and after denudation, breaking up of those rocks over time, maybe millions of years it took, and it converted to soil, that is black soil. Deccan Trap I'm showing in the picture, it is a red color mark in the map. Thank you for watching.